I think everybody has experienced windshield haze like this. Today we're going to show you how to fix it. Let's get after it. So I would say, other than questions about tint, the number one question we get asked is about problems around windshield haze. And that's because it's such a stubborn, difficult stain to clean, and it can be many different things. Sources of that are going to be new car off-gassing, which is what you're looking at today. Is primarily, this is a new car. You're looking at new car VOC off-gases. You could have a smoker or a vapor in your car. That's also going to do that same kind of windshield haze. And you can also have just environmental buildup, and that's from heat cycling, season changes, things like that, and just normal wear and tear, windshields getting dirty from, having a vehicle that travels in the environment. So all those things happen to be very difficult because they get into every square inch and nook and cranny of a vehicle. And you might just say, oh, glass cleaners are the same. Glass cleaners all can clean glass pretty well. But in this case, I will say, invisible glass was created for automotive problems first. So windshield haze was one of the number one things in mind when this formula was developed. It is meant specifically to dissolve these kinds of depositions on your windshield. So when you're looking at what we're looking at now, Harrison's car, he cooked his head gasket. So we have a brand new liner. This has 90 miles on it. This car is filled with VOCs all over the car. That's coming from the textiles in it. It's coming from the composite materials coming from it. It's coming from the glues holding this car together, the vinyl, all that. That is going to be off-gassing at a very, very high rate for those first few months of this car's life. And you can see just how bad this stuff really is. And it's everywhere, and that's going to keep happening for a while. You're going to want to get a glass cleaner on that, and you're going to want to use a lot. Because this is, again, anything you want to dissolve, you're going to have to pull that back out. So we're going to use invisible glass, and we're going to use a good amount of it. We're going to cover this whole windshield. Because if you think about how this stuff works, I don't know if you can even see me anymore, but if you think about how this off-gassing works, it is a liquid or a solid material that's getting heated up, volatilizing, and then coating everywhere that you see. So we're going to use, now normally we would use this reach and clean tool in the passenger seat, but again, for visibility of this haze, I'm in the driver's seat. Spray that cleaner everywhere, a lot of it, and then use the tool to help get into every single nook and cranny and corner of this windshield. And again, because of how new this car is and how much of that off-gassing is on here, we might do this a few times. So again, people wonder why this is such a hard stain. Again, it's actually coating your entire vehicle. You just happen to only see it in the glass. It is on your steering wheel, it is on your seats. That stuff just goes everywhere. You're just seeing it redeposit on your glass. And again, it's not just dirt and dust. This is basically solvents and glues and, plasticizers that are now sticking to your windshield. So we're gonna dissolve this stuff and then pull it back out into a microfiber. Switch bonnets right quick. It's bad. So now that we've got the majority of the off-gassing off, this is more like a normal dirty windshield. It's not the new car crazy amount of haze. So you can get rid of that first wet bonnet that took all that crazy amount of invisible glass off the windshield and just use a fairly, reasonable amount on here to get the spots that you might have missed or overlooked on that first cleaning. And then we're just gonna use 2 more bonnets, one to do the washing to get the rest of this residue off, and then the final to do the polish and streak-free finish. And this first cover is just driving cleaner around the surface, getting all those little places we missed on the first go around. So at least from my angle, I think we're looking much better than we were. And keep in mind, this is going to continue to happen. So you got to stay on top of it. New cars are going to have a lot of this. Like we saw this is actually one of the worst kind of off-gas situations I've seen in a while. This is going to continue to do that. So you drive, today's, sunny and 80 degrees. It's going to continue to heat those solvents up, heat those VOCs up, and it's going to continue to deposit on your windshield. So keep on top of it so it's not so hard to clean following that. Keep in mind, as seasons change, as the weather changes, when you have cool nights, warm days, it's going to accelerate that process of pulling it out of your car components and putting it onto your windshield. So keep in mind, keep on top of that. Quick tips for the pros and the detailers. If you're going through a lot of these, you can either use 2 complete different tools, one for wet, one for dry, or you can use our Wet Dry Pro version that comes with 2 heads. You can easily swap the heads. Again, keep one wet, keep one dry. Remember, these are compatible with any microfiber. If you have your own favorite that's gonna take that first, big amount of off-gassing off, that's compatible with any microfiber. Just drape it in there, pinch it in the back, and you're good to go. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.